Wow, what a start to the new year. Yesterday, January 1st, I get a word from the Lord when I was in prayer that we have a debt jubilee coming. In fact, here's what it said. They're going to give you a choice. Take the debt jubilee and the mark, or suffer and die outside of the new system. And then, of course, when I prayed this morning about what stories to report on right away, he said, tell them about the word I gave you and this story right here. Pope Francis calls for debt forgiveness in the Jubilee year. There it is, guys. Confirmation of what I received from him yesterday. Now, this just popped up. The Pope secretly working with the World Economic Forum, the WEF, to destroy Christianity, usher in a one world religion, according to this Archbishop. So here we go. Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano, recently excommunicated by the Vatican, has issued a strong warning about Pope Francis's collaboration with the World Economic Forum, which he claims are working to dismantle Christianity. Klaus Schwab's Fourth Industrial Revolution and the agenda of global finance have found an active ally in Pope Francis, the false prophet, Vigano asserted in a recent video message. Far from remaining a neutral observer, which would already be unprecedented, Francis has become an enthusiastic collaborator, using his position of moral authority to endorse initiatives that seek to dismantle traditional society. According to Vigano, this effort isn't confined to secular institutions. Within the church, he pursues a parallel agenda to erode its foundations, aiming to replace it with a philanthropic entity rooted in Masonic ideology. That's exactly what he's doing. This dual agenda, Vigano claims, highlights a broader conspiracy between what he terms the deep state and the deep church. He also emphasized the significance of Pope Francis's Jesuit background, arguing that it has played a critical role in this transformation. He said it's no coincidence that for the first time in history, a Jesuit now sits on the throne of Peter. Indeed. Vigano has been vocal in his criticism of Pope Francis over issues such as his approach to the sexual abuse scandals, the endorsement of the you-know-what V's, and support for initiatives like the Great Reset. He's also accused the pontiff of promoting a church that prioritizes inclusivity, immigration, environmentalism, and progressive social values at the expense of traditional doctrine. Yes, it's a new age. It's a new unity religion. All these different paths lead to God and all that nonsense. So the Vatican recently excommunicated Vigano for what it called schism, citing his refusal to recognize Pope Francis as the legitimate pontiff and his rejection of the Second Vatican Council's authority. So they say his statements reflect a clear withdrawal from communion with the Church and the Supreme Pontiff, the Vatican said in its official statement. Now the World Economic Forum is also in collaboration with Bill Gates, and it's working on a radical reinterpretation of the Bible using artificial intelligence. The project, reportedly endorsed by Pope Francis, aims to reshape Christian teachings to align with the WEF's vision of a unified transhumanist spirituality. Indeed. WEF advisor Yuval Noah Harari, recently criticized the Bible, calling it a source of hate speech and advocating for a new correct version that would unify global religious beliefs. Yes, being a homosexual, I'm sure he wants that normalized in the new Bible, instead of it being called an abomination, which it is. This proposal aligns with broader trends such as the implementation of digital systems and biometric tracking, which some interpret as steps toward the mark of the beast mentioned in biblical prophecy. Gee, do you think? It's been here for a while now. Pope Francis's past statements add further fuel to these concerns. In 2017, he called for a one-world government and stronger political authority to combat climate change, suggesting that current international bodies like the United Nations lack sufficient power to enforce such measures. Yeah, so don't worry. That's all they're going to try and put all of this into place anyway. But guess what? God has other plans, and the return of Jesus Christ is at hand. But I believe we still have some rough times coming. And I just want to show you what they're planning, as it's being revealed to me as we go here. So Pope Francis calling for debt forgiveness in the Jubilee year. He's also working secretly with the World Economic Forum to destroy Christianity, which I think we already knew that, but here's more confirmation of that. And it goes right along with the word I got from him yesterday to start the new year. And he said this, they're going to give you a choice. Take the debt jubilee and the mark, or suffer and die outside of the new system. And there it is. It's all coming to pass, just as scriptures tell us. Wow, get ready, guys. If you don't know Jesus Christ, now is the time. It's no more time to delay. I mean, look at everything going on around us. Besides all of this stuff with the false prophet, the Pope. Take a look at this. Earthquake in San Francisco was rocking the whole valley up there. As terrified locals reveal shaking homes from a 4.7 magnitude that was barely a mile deep. And then we had, of course, this happened to start the new year on New Year's Eve. All of these were struck. The U.S. Capitol, the Washington Monument, and the Empire State Building, all struck by lightning in the same night. Number one, winter lightning is rare. I just read something that says it's only about 2% of lightning for every year happens in the winter. So, coincidence? I think not. Mystery Babylon is going down. And then, of course, now we just had a mass shooting, another one outside of a Queens nightclub. Leaves 11 injured. That was on late Wednesday night. At least 11 people were wounded. The incident occurred just before 11:20 p.m. as a large crowd was exiting the nightclub. A gunman opened fire, causing chaos and leaving multiple victims injured. The you-know-whats that have been put into everybody is starting to affect their minds, guys. This is going to get much worse. The Black Army is being awakened as I speak right now, as we talked about last week on don'tspeaknews.com. So that's home base for everything we do, by the way. So if you're not watching the video here, this is the website, don'tspeaknews.com. You can subscribe at the bottom of every article that I put up. There's a spot for you to subscribe right here. Type in your email, click on subscribe, and you're in. Every time I post a new video, blog post, what have you, you'll be notified. And if you want to subscribe or contact me, I should say, click on this tab here. And there are two emails, one at Proton Mail and one at Yahoo. And then another box for you to subscribe in if you choose to do so. And if you want to find us on Rumble, BitChute, and Telegram, and now on Substack as well with my Don't Speak Health blog, click on that one. Then all the different places to find us are right here, which they're getting fewer and fewer now because we've been kicked off of pretty much every social media platform except for Telegram, at least so far. So we're on Telegram, we're on YouTube, at least for now. Don't Speak Health News on Substack, and then we have BitChute and Rumble, and that's it. There's no use to go back to any of the others because we're just going to get kicked off again anyway. So, and if you want to support us, there's channel support tab right here. Click on that, and then all the links to support us are right there, and we thank you very much for that. Without you guys, we don't stick around. So, there's PayPal for now, there's Cash App, and there's, of course, just the regular website donations right here through Stripe. And that's it. I'll keep my eyes on things as always. But yeah, we're in the tribulation, guys, and we're at the end of it, not the beginning. So seek Jesus Christ he's the only way out of this. He's the way, the truth, and the life. And no one's going to get to the Father but through him. Make him your Lord and Savior today while there's still time because it's very, very short. God bless. Take care. Johnny Storm, Don't Speak News.